A good Erev Shabbos and Erev Yom Tov to you, and I hope you're all well. Well, it's over almost as quickly as it began, Pesach for another year. And so Pesach is nearly over, and Rosh Hashanah, that means, is only 6 months away. Less cleaning, but more praying. But what will be the abiding memory of this Zaman Cherusenu, this season of our freedom? What message can we pack up with our Pesach Kalim and take with us in the weeks and months ahead? What thoughts will linger once the taste of matzah and maror have subsided? Well, for me, it's that observation made by the Midrash that tells us that when the Jewish people stood at Kriyas Yamsuf, the splitting of the sea, everyone enjoyed sublime heights of prophecy. Says the Midrash, Shirata Shifcha ala Yam, even a maidservant saw things at the Red Sea. Mashaloro Yeshayahu v'Cheskel, that were not perceived even by the prophets Isaiah and Ezekiel. Now, is this just some sort of throwaway comment by the Midrash? Is it a piece of Agadata that in some way just highlights how awesome the experience must have been? And the truth is, I never really understood what this Midrash meant. But the other day, I was reading the obituary of Shlomo Hillel, who died recently at the age of 97. Now, Hillel was an Iraqi-born diplomat who spearheaded mass aliyah of Iraqi Jews and helped smuggle Jewish immigrants into pre-state Palestine and the fledgling state of Israel. He was an incredible man whose career placed him at every juncture of Israel's birth and growth. And at various times, he was a spy for Mossad, founder of a kibbutz, speaker of the Knesset, chairman of the United Israel Appeal, a member of the pre-state Haganah, and an ambassador to a number of African countries. He was also adept at negotiating with policemen, creating false visas, and organizing groups of smugglers. And he was also a master of disguises. At the age of 23, he was sent undercover to Iraq by the Haganah disguised as an Arab. Another time, he pretended to be a flight attendant to help Jews secretly board a plane. And in 1948, he made his way to Iran, posing as a Frenchman. Once again in 1950, disguised as a British representative of an American charter company, he managed to arrange a meeting with the Prime Minister of Iraq, where the head of the Baghdad Jewish community, who just happened to be the cousin of Hillel, was also present, but fortunately didn't recognize him. Now, although Hillel was later lauded for his work, in 1988 he received the Israel Prize, the country's highest civilian award. He remained modest about his place in history. He said, I was lucky to be in the right place at the right time. The Gur Aryeh explains that when the Jewish people saw God at the Red Sea, they all said, Zeh Keli, this is my God, in the singular. Everyone said it, not just a spiritual elite, but each and every one of them, even a maidservant, was able to perceive God. Because not only was God revealed at that moment, but also the great potential that's latent within each individual also came to the fore. And so the Midrash is telling us something quite profound about the human condition. And it's that we never really know what we're truly capable of. Now, why is that? Well, because for many reasons, our true identity and our ability is hidden under many layers of disguise. And that is what made Kriyas Yamsuf, the splitting of the sea, such a remarkable event, because it was a revelation for all those present of the heights that they can reach when the self-imposed facade is stripped away. And it's this reality that we face as Pesach draws to a close. Because we've proven to ourselves, probably without even realizing it, that we're capable of drawing upon untapped reserves of strength to celebrate this Chag. We've shown not only that we can live without chometz, but that we're also willing to invest a considerable and significant amount of our time, effort, and money to fulfill mitzvahs and experience our Jewish traditions. May it be a siman tov, a good sign for us all. The month of Nisan is the season for Bikar Ha'elanos, a bracha that we make when we first see blossom on a tree. Now it's Stavka specifically said in Nisan, because Nisan is the Chodesh Ha'aviv, the month of spring. And it's said for the blossom of fruit trees because it's symbolic of potential. The tree, which for a number of months has been appeared bare and almost dead, bursts into life in the spring, revealing its latent potential, which will ultimately lead to the enjoyment of its fruit. According to the Ben Ish Chai, seeing the blossom of the trees teaches us an important lesson. When we see how the tree which during winter was dry and withered and is now in full bloom, we're revitalized. When we watch the transformation of nature, we gain the courage and inspiration to lift out of our despair. And it reminds us that God has given us the tools to renew and revitalize ourselves. And so as Pesach draws to an end, let's continue to remove those layers of disguise to reveal what we're truly capable of and to achieve great things by increasing our Jewish knowledge and strengthening our commitment to Torah and mitzvahs. And in the merit of that, may God bless us all. Shabbos and Chag Sameach.